Okay, we call the budget meeting to order.
It wasn't 6 months. 6 weeks. It may be close.
I'm going to say
so.
it anyway.
Okay. Well, I've been around. So.
Take it away.
Okay. Well, I don't really know where to start because we don't really know what kind of monies that we're going to be getting next year with all of the new changes to legislation.
Well, we won't know that.
No, we won't. But what I do have, based on our 911 from Clark County, I do know that our expense will be around $8,400, which is up a little bit from last year. I know that our lit is going to change, which is what we use to pay for Joey in the police department.
In what direction is it going to change?
It's going to have to more than likely come from the county, but they don't really know. Like, nobody can give you true anything right now. It's all
Right, so
still up in the air, which is aggravating, but...
I get that.
So I think we look at a couple of our bigger mover appropriations, and maybe we do some adjusting there, but for the most part, we kind of leave everything the way we budgeted it this year.
Well,
because
I
we're
agree
only
with
going
that
to probably
degree,
get less.
but we don't know.
Well, we don't know.
But I don't want to plan for. I don't think we ought to. My opinion is we should at least adjust things according to the inflation rate or cost of living, whether it's 5% or 8%.
Well, we could probably do something along those lines and just obviously not spend it.
Because they can tell us from now on they're going to cut our budget, and they probably will at some point. But until it happens.
I know. Well, and I wanted to talk with you guys first before I had my meeting with Kathy, who is our DLGF rep, so that we kind of had an idea, and maybe she'll be able to shed some more light, because that's 2-ish weeks from now, and they may know something more at that point. They may not. They may just be flying like by the seat of their pants, kind of like everybody is right now. I do know that we're supposed to be having what they call MUST meetings, M-U-S-T meetings, because we are so small that we can't really do like our own type of thing. We have to rely on the county. And I've been in talks with the county council about when those meetings are going to happen, because it's going to be all of the municipalities in Clark County, not just Borden.
Gotcha.
So, but we haven't had that meeting yet. So, because depending on how it all falls out, it all shakes out, I guess. We may be relying on the county to give us our monies. So.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, don't it?
We went into last year's budget and the same thing. We didn't know how things would roll out, so we're on to another year, the same thing.
Right, that's what I'm
It's
getting
almost
at.
like we got to do our best guessing.
Yeah, it's like
It's
throwing
like-
it at a dartboard.
But I hate to ask for less.
No,
No, I don't think we asked for less.
If we ask for the same, we're asking for less. That's my point.
Yeah, it's got to go up.
Well, we can ask. I just don't think we, do a drastic change.
No,
we can do
I
cost
agree.
of living,
I agree with
cost of
that.
living type
Not
changes.
knowing, but I just don't feel like we can go, because nothing that we got this past year is going to cost the same next year.
Oh no, it isn't. I've already gotten things from the landfill. Their stuff went up again, which seems to be every July their stuff goes up. I do agree with that, but I just don't think that we just go gangbusters with.
Oh, I agree with that too.
With larger budgets. So, but I thought maybe we could kind of look at some of the bigger spends, and then kind of talk it through that way. One thing that we did, we're currently over budget on, because I did it exactly like I did last year, where for the first 6 months I put everything where it technically should go, and then we'll move it around now, because I wanted to have a true, accurate first 6 months of the year where our spend is. This is one of the ones that we're over on, but we're over because of that $6,100 invoice for the repair up in the subdivision, which isn't a normal spend,
Right.
but it is something that we had to have done.
Correct.
So I don't know in that regard. Last year we budgeted $5,000 for it. So I don't know if we maybe take it to 6,000 or we take it to 5,500. But you know, when I was talking to Brenna earlier, we were talking about, you know, while this was an isolated event, there may be more work that has to be done up there with the drainage and that kind of stuff. And that's a town repairs and maintenance account. So, I mean, I think that's
What was the
definitely
total amount in the town repairs and maintenance?
5,000 was what we budgeted, and we blew that out of the water right there with that one invoice alone.
Yeah, and what was the rest of them?
This stuff, so these are mowing, like the lawnmower type, you know, parts and pieces that we needed. We needed new blades, we needed some trim. This was the signs that we got for the town on either end. So, I think this was, like, this $10 was, I don't know, some kind of little bolt thing from Wright Brothers.
Might have been these signs out here, the bolts.
It may have been. But the 6,100 is the big amount. So, that's one that, you know, we're currently over on, but the reason that we're over is because we had that large expense.
Is that in the right budgetary area
Repairs and maintenance for the town?
for that repair up there on that? It looked like the rest of the stuff is nuts and bolts and hardware.
Well, we haven't had any other big repairs or maintenance items in the town. Not that we've been billed yet.
Right.
This is just the first 6
That's-
months. Where would you think we should put it?
I don't know. I just don't see like it fits that line item that well to me.
I mean, it wouldn't be in streets.
No, it's
It
not
would
in
be
streets.
Nothing.
But that,
It's kind of odd it throws them there, and it totally has to do with our sewer, our stormwater system.
yeah.
But we don't have anything separate for stormwater.
Well, maybe we need to.
Well, I mean, that could be something. Maybe we reduce a little bit on this and move some of that budget over to
Because,
stormwater.
for example, we got a storm sewer repair we're getting ready to do with the school.
So, I mean, maybe that's something that we
Okay.
add.
Okay.
So,
But
you know,
that all
we,
can put in local roads.
I don't know how that falls. I don't know it depends on what they classify.
I'm assuming that's all, I mean, it's all within the roadway, so all that repair, every bit of that's within the easement of the roadway, I would think.
Well, it could
That's
very
what
well
we're
be.
talking
I
about.
won't argue that point at all because I don't really know. But it just seems like this falls differently.
well, I mean, we could totally, because we tweaked some of the accounts down so we, you know, kind of narrowed them down so we could see
Yeah,
things a
we
little
did.
bit better. And I mean, we could tweak it again. It's not a problem. We could lower this a little bit to true nuts and bolt maintenance and then move some of that budget over to a stormwater repair and maintenance if you wanted to.
Stormwater control.
Yeah, I mean, we can totally do that. So if we set up a new one, what are you thinking that we move out of this one and make the stormwater? I mean, we're gonna, like, just basically think that, okay, instead of increasing this one, we're gonna take some of it out and add the increase to the stormwater account. Does that make sense?
The only thing in there, to me, it falls in stormwater prevention or maintenance is the one item.
Okay, so
Everything else is-
we lower this appropriation to what, 2,500, and then make the stormwater its own 5,000.
That would make more sense to me than the way it is now. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it. Just to me that sticks out like, you know,
A sore thumb,
kind
or a sore neck in my case.
of sort of. Does it make sense to anybody else?
Well, no, it just don't make sense. It's like an apple got thrown in with the oranges. But,
Right.
yeah, so do we need to create that separate?
I mean, we
section?
can.
Because what we recognize today and what we recognize
Is
in the
we
last
got
few
storm
months
issues.
is we've got stormwater. But what we want to realize too is $5,000 don't touch hardly anything.
No, it won't.
So
So-
to me, it's almost like create one and put $10,000 in there and hope that's enough with all that we're going to identify.
You know, like what Rick's going to do for free. If we ever had to do something similar to that or take responsibility, we don't have an item. We don't have a line item for it.
$10,000 wouldn't you touch it? So that's what I'm saying, it's probably better to have its own world. and-
That's kinda what I'm,
Well, we can make its own world.
okay.
We just didn't because we didn't have the
We've
problem
never had a
before,
problem
right?
with it.
We never thought about a
Well,
flood
you were,
every
at our meeting
week.
today, we talked about the fact that, you know, just like we did a comprehensive study of our sewer system, our storm drain system was put in '82. So,
Yeah, we can,
44 years ago, and here we are, and we identified areas of a problem because of advancements.
Mhm.
Payments come higher, yards of dropped
Right,
lower.
right.
more roofs, more paved
more
parking
roads,
lots,
More paved parking lots, and said, yeah.
so something we can maybe look for a grant for. And like, the people we already got working for us, that's what they do, stormwater. What's his name? Pierce, that's what he does. But it ain't nothing we're gonna be able to do, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I understand, but
Yeah.
we can plan for next year. Because I mean, any repairs we do this year is gonna get it'll be dumped in one of the accounts that we already have set up.
well,
So
I think that, my opinion, the things we're talking about today
Yeah,
is the alleyway and redoing those few drain points, or looking at those. We got $47,500 that we haven't used any
Yeah.
of in local road streets, and I think that all applies very directly and defendable.
I think so too.
According to state code, if it's connected to a right of way or a road, you can use it.
Right, if it's the drains in the
But if
road,
it's like in the
subdivision
you can't.
didn't, right.
No.
right, that's up way away from any road, so
Right.
that's
Yeah.
totally different. That would be like this area down here we're talking about, and it could be other places in the future, I don't know.
Okay, so we wanna add stormwater, add in an appropriation for stormwater, and we wanna do 10,000?
I would be a good starting point.
I think so.
Okay,
And hope that's enough for whatever we're doing, whatever we can't get grants.
Well, and if we ever, because stormwater is a big issue all over the place right now.
right,
If
it
somebody
is.
looks at your all's budget and says, y'all don't have nothing there for stormwater? We
Now,
can't give
do
you no
we
money.
do we want to lower the one for the town down a little bit, or do you wanna leave it at 5,000?
Well, what did it come to without that?
What did we spend in 2024 on that,
Yeah.
and how did we get to that 5,000 number? And do we have anything on the horizon that's gonna run us up close to that 5,000 with that? Cause that would answer the question of how much we need in there.
Let me,
Like the tractor repairs we're getting ready to have, where would that fall at? Just equipment repairs?
yeah, it would fall under equipment. Let me see if I can,
So equipment being a different,
yeah, there is a different line item for equipment.
so why wouldn't all that mower fall in that as well?
That's what, yeah.
Because I usually code equipment for stuff that we purchase new and not like what we're buying to repair stuff for.
Okay.
Yeah, we got $9,000 in the budget for town equipment, we only spent $811 year to date. And then there's two repairs and maintenance.
There's a repair and maintenance for town, and there's a repair and maintenance for town hall.
Okay, that's,
So you may not be able to see it. So the one that just says town is and then the one that you can't see, like that doesn't have the second parenthesis,
Right.
that's town hall.
Cause it won't surprise me
I don't
if
know
this
if this is
tractor
the right
repair we're
password.
getting ready to have made isn't gonna be a few $1,000s. So, just,
All right, well hold on. I haven't logged in here in forever.
but anyway, we don't have to go piece by piece, but I agree.
Well,
with
I wanted to do the ones that are
sticking out.
yeah, the bigger ones. But I haven't logged into the old system in a while, so I have to change my password.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I don't know why you gotta be mean to me.
Cause it's JoJo.
I know.
we budgeted $5,400 in 24 budget. Our expenses were $5,400. It says our 25 budget was $6,000 from our last worksheet, and we changed to 6,000 is what it said.
Yeah.
600. So it should have been 6,000 based on my notes from the end of our meeting.
balance was 2246
Mm-hmm.
for last
So
year.
we spent about 2,800
The prior
the
year.
prior year.
And again, I guess we have to look at that, cause it's, what's in that, is that again, just all mower repairs? Is that any vehicle repairs, like
No,
trucks?
it's not vehicle.
So,
Wright Brothers mostly looks like.
hardware stuff.
Yeah, Kirchgesser when he did something up there initially for 800. That's in here.
That was last fall.
Well, I'm looking at 25 for
Right.
yeah.
Alright,
So you're saying we need to leave that area like it was, or decrease it a little bit, then add a new one for stormwater for 10,000?
Well, we could decrease it to about 3,000 because we spent 2,700 the month before or the year before, and then make stormwater 10,000, and then any kind of stormwater or drainage repairs will get coded into stormwater. And really, we're increasing it like $8,000 total.
Yeah.
I think again, it's defendable with all the rain that we're facing and
I
have
think
faced
so
the
too,
last
yeah.
2 years. I don't think anybody can say that we're trying to create a slush fund or something stupid. It's
No.
obviously something that we're facing.
So is that what we want to do? 10,000 for stormwater, and then I'll just lower this down to 3 for just for the town.
It makes,
It said we spent 5,400 in 2020 West Town Hall. I wrote that wrong.
yeah, how much did we spend?
Well, now in 2020,
1,680.
one of them we got a new air conditioner one year. We had to pay for that. That was a large.
Oh,
That was
General
a
repairs and
large
maintenance, I'm
expense.
sorry.
Yeah.
It was at 5,000. I was looking at that wrong. I apologize. It was 1,608 is what we spent.
okay,
for that
so
in 24.
3,000 would be, if that was 60, 3,000 would be probably a good number.
Well, I mean, we also have repairs and maintenance for town hall too.
Okay.
So if something needs, if we truly need to do it, we can put it in town hall if we
Okay.
had to. So, but I try to put it in as best you can, like best we can, so we know when we come to budget season that that's what we actually used it for.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this one down to 3,000, and I'm gonna add stormwater repair, stormwater maintenance. I'll just put maintenance as that for 10,000. Okay.
Yep, it's a good start.
Another big one. Let me look here on my screen because it's since we've inflated it so much, it's hard to see the things. Let's see. I think. So this one is another one that I think we're gonna. This is our. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. I clicked on the wrong one. It's the one above it. We're gonna definitely have to increase this one because we are in for 8,400 next year. And we currently have this budgeted. There's actually 2 lines of this for budget, so it's a total budget of 9,000. There's a lit ED for edit, and then there's a lit PS for public safety, where there's 4,500 in each. But I think that we need to increase this one because not only do we have the Clark County 911 service, but we also pay for all of the MiFis and stuff for the police cars out of this account as well.
Okay.
And that's about $130 every single month. 137 and some change every single month. So that's another one that I think we need to raise to probably about 10,000 total between the 2 accounts, so 5,000 each.
Sounds good.
Let me see. I hate that I can't see the. Here we go. I think this one here will be okay. With what we do, we pay $150 a month for Microsoft, and that won't change. We were paying 200 and something, but we were able to negotiate at the end of last year, fallish last year, down to 150. And then these other ones are voice and BSNA. So this will this is over because we just paid for the software that we got. But this is also split between us and the sewer department. So
Okay.
it doesn't just come out of the town. This one is one that we may want to look at.
Alright.
That's okay. We are spending a fair amount in gasoline. So this is just the town gas. We split the gas expense with the police department, which is on page 2. Now, don't look at this large amount in here because the vehicles are in here. But I split this. We go back and forth between the two accounts. We budgeted $12,000 for the police department for gasoline, and then we budgeted $5,000 for the town for gasoline. And then any diesel that we purchase, that gets billed to the sewer department because they use the diesel for the generators. So
Tractors.
this may be something that we want to look at. And I mean, I can move this if we need to, but at the time when we had to cut the checks, I didn't have any other place to put it. So I stuck it here knowing that it would be.
I know Joy keeps a close eye on his fuel
So
consumption.
the way I'd had it figured was we roughly on the price of gas, I don't know what we're paying for.
We're paying $303. It's
So
our
that's-
last.
That should be on the good side of me, is like, the police department should be doing about 150 gallons a month. And like I looked today, we're at 122 for this month, that's kinda where we've been hovering, we've been at it, I'm not gonna say maybe 2 gallons over or something, so I'm not sure why we would be.
Well, you guys are only over because we paid for the vehicles out of
Okay,
this.
alright.
So-
I need to apologize, cause I thought that,
Okay,
She- I
alright, well,
didn't
that, and
realize
that's what I'm
that
saying,
she
I
did
keep
that.
it
Yeah,
close, like, I knew if we were over, it could've been like a couple $100 or something. but
No,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no. It's
Okay.
because the biggest part of the being over part is because of the vehicles being
Okay,
in this.
we took
in
that
this
out,
one.
I
Yeah.
got you.
So if you took it out, then you don't have much of anything. We're filling up. Premier's coming in roughly about every 5 to 6 weeks to fill up. We get usually 2 invoices a month now.
So, if we took the cars out, that's up to date to July?
Yes. Well,
So what,
yeah.
theoretically, what would our budget be? Would we be under right now? Would we be?
Oh yeah, we would be way under. I mean, you only have two things because I
Well,
bounce back and forth.
Where I'm
between-
going at it is, if there was a decision made to bring another guy on, would the budget have to go up, or are we where we could actually have a guy with what we
Another
have?
vehicle.
Another conversation this morning, we were talking, if we're gonna go after that grant, then we gotta know what that costs, other than $12,500.
So like what me and Nash are doing together, if you add another Nash, I know I use a little bit less than him. But if you got another guy that's proactive like we want, I think everybody
Right.
agrees on that. We want Nash out there stopping more. I try to conserve as much as I can. So we don't want a guy that's we want a guy doing this stuff, so he's gonna earn what Nash is burning. Where does that fit here?
I think,
So if we're doing 150 a month, I'm gonna say I'm doing 60 and he's probably doing 80 or 90
okay.
to put it in perspective.
You got $1,000 a month for gas. That's what was budgeted.
That would be,
And
let's say $4 a gallon.
Yeah, well, if you did, and you split the gas. The gas doesn't just all come out of your all's budget.
I think we're still there.
I think you're okay.
I don't think we'd have to add a gas.
Unless we had like this huge gas
Well, and that's
guzzler
what we
type
don't
vehicle.
know. Again,
But-
it could go up to $5 or $6 a gallon, and then
Yes and no, but I still think but I still think we need to just a few percentage points added to it.
So we
We
could
don't
raise you
go
to
crazy.
Makes me feel
14.
better. I was
Yeah.
worried this morning,
could-
'cause I was like,
we-
I've been staying on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you would be
depends on
fine.
the details.
But I appreciate you keeping track of your gas, that helps us.
Well, I mean, this ain't, yeah, I wasn't a chief over there, but as a supervisor, we had a lot of stuff, I had to do stuff like this, so, I mean, again, I'm glad of what they made me do over there. I probably didn't like it at the time, but it prepared me for something I didn't think I was gonna have to do, so.
Well, yeah, because we do split. The town buys some gas, and then the police department buys some gas. So
We even had it a part where one time when gas prices were going up and their budget, the town, they started making us, we had an allotment, and then when we went over that, we paid out of pocket. Which sucked, because you didn't wanna pay out of pocket, so guess what you did sometimes? You shut your car off and didn't do nothing.
Wow.
well, I don't think that we are frivolously spending. Honestly, I don't.
either.
So
don't
I
see
mean,
that.
unfortunately, it's the nature of the beast. Stuff's going up in cost, and
Right.
revenues aren't.
Fortunately, right
Well,
now.
That's the way it is in every
We were just
world.
talking, Faith, this morning, like, do we really have the money to have a third guy? I mean, like, it's getting serious time, like, do we have it or do we not have it?
I know, and I mean, it's gonna be tough. And I mean, I want you, if I had to say anything at all, like the police department is the one department that like
I think everybody.
you want, to have, and I mean, I know that you aren't gonna like this, but I mean, I'm willing to not take a salary in 27 to get, but I mean, the only thing is with the cops grant though, is it's not just 1 year, it's a 3-year commitment. So and we don't know what any kind of money is gonna look like in 3 years.
And we're not the only one in this
Oh,
situation.
no, you're right, we aren't.
Every other town is
yes,
planning the same thing.
yes,
So,
100%.
I don't like planning for
100%.
failure. I want to plan for success, and if they make us fail, it's on them.
Right. I 100% agree with you. So, and I don't think that anybody looking at any of our numbers would be like, oh my God, they're just spending money like right and left, because we aren't.
No, we never have.
We spend money, on what we need, and not crazy. So,
Can you pull those expenses together to tell us what it cost us to onboard Nash this year? That would give us an indication of that. Because to me, whether we get the grant or in the 11th hour decide we don't want to go after grant, we still got a budget for it. In my opinion, or we should budget.
Yes.
Like I guess what I would like to look at, I think what Steve's getting at is, we have a training budget. Are we spending all that because guys have to be trained?
Uniform,
That's required.
ammunition.
Ammunition, those type of things.
all that kind
Where
of
are we at? Where would we have to?
Well,
We got vests. We
Yeah.
got-
we're
so
good.
this right here is what we're paying Nash.
Yep.
An hour, that's his annual rate.
But that's not costing us that.
No, it's not costing us that.
So
We
yeah,
pay
Um,
25%.
What
We pay
portion?
25% of that. So we have so
So
far
about
paid.
13,000.
Yeah, we have so far paid. Oh, I don't have that paper.
So we're
Hold on,
26,000.
I'll tell you in just one
that's
split second.
20, about less than $3,000.
Let's see.
No.
This is what we pay him every time that he gets paid. Let's see if I can see the breakdown here. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Hold on. Actually, let me go back up here. I think I could see it on call screen.
$16,124.
That's what we pay him total, but that's not our cost amount. What? Hold on, let me go get what, because we
yeah, 'cause
just
we wrote it down
we
the
just
other
did
night.
it from the cops thing. So let me go get that. Hold on. What we've paid him so far in the first 6 months.
And see, if I remember right, when we did we upped our, ammunition.
We did.
And I'm pretty sure that we had a discussion of, we knew we were gonna bring, we obviously had one coming on, and we had talked about two. I'm
Right.
pretty sure that I did that,
We'll put it in there for that, yeah.
that we already had that budgeted for another guy, but I could be wrong. I think we thought ahead on that and brought it up, so we should be, like ammunition and training, we should be, I think, good. I think the one that I was worried about is, uniform money. But, I mean, honestly, we can equip a guy for about $1,000, I think.
And that can come out of the grant.
If it comes out of the grant, then that takes away from his pay.
Correct, but
We have to
you
make
take
that
$1,000 based over 26 pay periods, it's not that much.
Yeah, he wouldn't miss it. They wouldn't.
Okay, well, we're gonna have paid him $10,750 for the year, and we have already paid him 11 pays. So. We've paid, I don't have that paper down here with me. Let me see if I can, hold on just a second.
Anybody want anything to drink? I'm gonna get a water. Thanks.
No, thank you.
Please.
Alright, so. I mean, we're basically gonna have to pay like $37,500, I think, total for 3 years worth of service at a $43,000 a year salary.
So, not even quite a year's worth.
Cause it's our part of his cops grant is $37,500. And
For 3
that
years.
is for 3 years,
12,500 per year.
so.
And is that the same rate as the one we're going, talking about applying for, the same match?
It's
Yes,
120,000.
same amount.
So if
So-
we leave all that in salary, just so we can be good, then our budgeting has to be for the uniforms and supplies and other gear. What's that number that we've onboarded Ethan with? And that tells us that we got to budget 12,500 plus that to say we can onboard another officer.
So we have spent, now not all of this is Nash's stuff, but we can at least see, cause this would have been, cause he had some stuff from when he was a reserve. We only changed, do you remember what we bought him for becoming an actual police officer? And not just a reserve?
Well, the new vest, obviously, and then, two tops and 2 pants, I think. And I can't remember, I think he needed some handcuffs or something. It wasn't a whole lot. He had a lot of it.
So I know that this $862.92 is what we spent for
Reserves,
yeah, but Chuck. I couldn't think of his name. His name was escaping me.
because we had a budget left, yeah.
Yeah, we bought him stuff. So we're probably looking at another officer being roughly $1,000 for clothing,
Correct.
and then I would say another $500 or $600 for bullets and that kind of stuff. What do you think? That's a fair?
Yeah, we should have had,
we do have.
Should tell me how much I spent on ammo
14
somewhere.
Let's see where we've got. I don't remember where training. I don't remember where we put the. Hold on, let me look.
And that's a nice thing, cause most of that's in the.
I mean, there's no way that I've spent more than 1,000 in ammo.
No, I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. And I think that I budgeted that high so that we could, if we ever added or went more than.
Right, we were talking about reserves and a new full-time.
Correct. So, I think we're already there on that stuff.
Well, that was just $60. So I'm thinking that we could probably. You said 14.1.
Yep.
I'd say 16 to be on the safe side.
Now, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here and be on the negative of that. We're not talking about a car. And those 2 cars that we have as backup
I
will
know.
probably work for us.
For a while.
But I don't know if they're gonna make it 3 years for a third guy. So I'm just throwing that out there. We got to think about that at some point. I mean,
Right.
if one of those dudes go down.
Well, we got the
now
one car
we're-
given
which
to
is
us.
fine, because then what we do is we got a carpool.
Right.
We got that
I mean-
last car given to us by the county.
And-
Hopefully,
And I've
Well,
built enough, I
right,
think.
you know where I'm going with this. Once this sheriff's election settles down, no matter who wins, then we can put our name in the hat for whenever you get rid of some of your
I
cars,
just don't
we'd
want
like
us
it.
overlooking something, and that's gonna be the big one is,
Well, and we can budget for something along those lines, and like it's better to budget for it and not spend it than to not have it in the budget.
We can't spend it.
And we went ahead and bought the ones here because we needed them, but
and it's
normally,
probably saved us, I mean, obviously hasn't saved us money yet, because we spent that this year, but I guarantee
But
it
in
saved
repairs.
Oh,
us
no,
the money
but-
that in the Tahoe repairs and.
That
yeah,
Tahoe was
100%.
nickel and diming us to death.
100%. So, I'm just saying you're looking at $16,000 for and just the body, not how the body is going to travel around town.
Correct.
Just for the
Well,
body.
that's what I'm saying, I want us to, look at it all.
So how's that fit into our budget?
Well,
It's in a couple different sections.
yeah. Well, Joey's his is down in police. Nash is in cops grant and up with town employees. So he's up here with these guys. I mean,
Just tight.
it is. I mean, we have $100,000 budget for town employees, and we're at half the year, and we're at half that budget. So
Can we just budget for another, ask for it? Or how do you go about it?
well, I mean, yeah, we can ask for it, but we definitely don't want to
Budget.
apply for the cops grant if we're not gonna have the funds to pay for the cop.
That's what we're getting at.
I think it doesn't hurt the budget for it. The 12,500 added to there, plus whatever addition for inflation, cost of living. To me, that makes it simple if we just take that role and that at least takes care of that area. And then bump up the other with anticipation we are. I mean, like, worst case scenario, our budget's here, but we don't have that money, we don't have it approved to get to that spend.
Alright, so we're gonna increase this roughly, well, we're gonna increase it 16 at least for an officer. And then obviously cost of living, which calculate that into it.
But that 16 doesn't all come out of general town employees. Some of that comes from other areas, right? The
No.
12.5, what?
Yes, correct. The 16 is just, it won't all be the salary. Only
Right.
the salary part will be under out of
12.5
town
there,
employees.
and the rest will be in training, or
Other line items.
the,
Yeah.
whatever we put the clothing, into.
Well, the clothing allowance, we're definitely gonna have to increase because you guys, we go through
The
those
rule
type of
has
things.
always been what most agencies do is every 2 years. So what most agencies will do is they will cut a check to the guy, which I don't want us to do. But they will cut like a $1,500 check every other year. They figure your stuff looks halfway fresh for a whole year, and then that second year you probably need to get some. So if we budgeted 1,000, so that's 3,000 every 2 years. That's 1,500. So basically, I think.
Well, 1,500 is what we had in our budget this past time.
Okay, well then maybe if you want to move it, you go 2. But I think that's on par with what's expected.
Okay.
What do you got? What do you think? I mean, we don't want guys out there. We don't want them out there looking like bums.
No,
But we don't need them to buy new stuff all the time either.
Right.
no. Like you said, it may have to be before then. We're gonna get into a tussle with somebody.
Correct.
And
Yeah,
if it's up
tear
to
it up,
uniform,
yeah.
then we gotta buy a new one.
Yeah.
So that's all part of it. That's what we gotta plan a little bit around that contingency.
You know, Nash does a really good job. He looks really professional all the time.
Yeah, especially when
I
I pass
used
him and
to.
he's pulled people over on the side of the
I
road.
got lazier the last couple weeks.
That's all right. We're all right.
Okay, so we're gonna bump your clothing allowance up to 2,000.
Again, and I think that's only if you guys think that we're gonna go for a third guy. If we're not going for a third guy, leave it.
And what we did last year is we asked for the moon. We asked for everything we wanted and we put it in the budget. Now what got approved eventually was another thing.
Yeah, but
For me, I
they
think
didn't
we're
really
supposed to
shave
use
us
the
down
moon.
too terribly much. They
Well,
really didn't.
No.
And I think as long as we're being legit and not going totally stupid, I don't know.
Well, and we budgeted for a lot of things for the police department last year because we knew you needed them, and then we were able to grant it out, so we didn't even have to touch those funds.
Right.
You know, with the bulletproof vest, the
Right.
breathalyzers,
we
all
got
that
people
stuff.
to help out and pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we put that in the budget, but we didn't even have to touch those. So we could always touch those accounts too if we needed.
Right.
Like, we could leave them in there and then touch those if, you know, they got into a scuffle and needed a new, whatever.
Should we apply for the grant? That's the bottom line of my question. Should we apply?
I think we ought to budget like we are, but make a decision whether we will or not, regardless.
I think we got a real good chance of getting it. And I would hate to be awarded the grant and then say, nah.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to do
Don't
that.
want that against you.
We're going to go
I
out
think
for
we'll
the.
get it. I mean,
I do too.
because
That's what I feel.
last year they asked for numbers, and I mean, you can't lie on that. You got to have the database that tells it. But the numbers that we put in last year that I had her put in, and I looked at, I mean, like our arrests are through the roof, our assists with civilians is triple, quadruple, arrests are quadruple, and the way that we wrote that grant, and it wasn't lying, it was, hey, the Monon Trail's coming in, there's more people here, there's more traffic, and everything has followed suit exactly like I said it was, and now it's just gonna be like, that's another reason why we need another guy. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer that they give it to us, but I could be wrong. I think it's easily justifiable when that grant gets turned in.
Well, I have
Board
not
needs that.
heard of people being turned down for it in the clerk treasurer chatters. So now I don't know how many of them go out and apply for it, you know, on a regular basis, but you know, I've not heard them.
I'm looking at it as a standpoint of, okay, this agency puts into it, well, their numbers haven't changed in 10 years.
Right,
Ours is, boom.
right.
It looks like we have
It's
higher
the
crime
need.
and all
There's the
that.
need
Right.
for it. The need is there.
Well, I mean, that proves with the fact that they're sending out an ambulance out here, you know,
Yeah.
multiple t-
And
you know,
again,
multiple
it's
days a
all
month.
started,
Yeah.
I've always said, you know, we're not creating it, but with us being more proactive, it brings it to light.
Yeah.
All the stuff that used to get by and the drugs that drove through town and didn't get stopped, it just drove and nobody ever knew it. Out of sight, out of mind. And now it's
Yeah.
now the numbers show that it happens every day and everybody puts their blinders on. And we're not. So how much more's out there with another guy that we get? I don't know. I mean,
I wanna apply for it I really wanna apply for it, but
Well, I would hate to apply and then not do it.
that's for,
But then, when the JAG grant comes out, I mean, cause it's supposed to, we've been watching for it, me and the River Hills girls have been watching every day to see when it's gonna open. And it hasn't opened yet, but I mean, that one, there wouldn't be a cost,
yeah, it'd be 100%.
so.
What do you think it would look like if we, and I know we talked about this not in this past meeting, but the meeting prior, if we went out for both of them and then we just said, hey, we got one.
I don't think it looks good, and even Jill said that. I mean, and Jill's been doing it for years.
So
We don't wanna,
what if we roll the dice when we don't go for this COPS grant and the JAG grant don't come out, then we're stymied for another year without any help with an officer? And when will we know for certain that we've got a JAG grant, but it's probably not gonna be in timing within the next week when you have to probably submit that, right?
Yeah.
So we gotta figure out if we're gonna roll the dice or not.
Can
We
you-
roll the dice and not have anything.
can you hire somebody on one grant, and then if you get another grant, hire them on the,
So let's
That's a
roll
Let
good
me
the
ask you this. I'm technically not on a grant. Can it be rolled into
no, it
one?
has to be a new position.
Okay. Alright. I knew there had to be some type of rule there to keep that from happening.
so, let's just, what's everybody wanna do? I don't care. I hate to lose the possibility of getting another officer. But I also wanna be able to pay for it.
Yep. And I told you guys, whatever decision you all go, I'm fine with it. I'm not gonna be mad either way. Like I could easily say we need it, argue it all day long, but I can also.
Well, that's
say-
an easy
Oh,
argument.
yeah, I
We
know.
agree
I can
with you.
also say that I'm all for the town and that, I don't want a town to lose money and like be over budgeted and like I don't want that for us either, so.
We're gonna budget
That's the
for it.
only thing, I mean, there's absolutely
What would the
2,000% justification to do it, but
What would the
can we
grant,
afford it? That's,
what would the grant agency say if we take it and we budgeted for it, but we're turned down? That's not our fault.
And the money's still in the budget, but it won't matter whether we
Yeah.
get it
Yeah,
or
we just
not.
won't
It's
spend
in
the
the
money.
budget.
But
Yeah.
but we were wanting it, we were planning for it, but the state, county, or whoever cut it out of our budget. Then that's really not our fault.
I don't know what they would do, cause it's federal.
I
don't
mean,
care
at
if
that
they'd be
point
like,
though,
it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. I mean,
Uh-uh.
Well, if the money's not there, it's not there.
And let's look at it this way, and again, I don't wanna do that either, but if we get to that point, we're not gonna be near applying for something for several years anyway.
Unless it's 100%.
I just know that you guys' budget was, you guys were paying Brian 48,000, and now it's 68,000,
Yeah.
16,000, another 16,000.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a lot out of the budget.
Yeah.
But
I
I mean, but I
Well,
do believe that we need 3 officers, but, I mean.
I think
that's-
we all feel the
it's not-
same way. It's just, what do we do? Do we go for it or do we not?
That's not my decision, I'm just the person that
I
So
know.
what do you-
does it.
Well, it's up to me and Tim, regardless, I think we budget the money, I think that's.
Right, I think we budget no matter what, whether we get it or not, we don't have no
We'll-
control about that.
Punch the button and apply for the grant, because if we don't even know the JAG is gonna be available, then we've really backed up, because we've really not kept our momentum. That's my opinion too.
Well, I'm confident that we will get the other one, but that doesn't mean we will. So I think you gotta go for the first one if you're gonna do it.
I kinda same way.
You can't sit back and let that one fly away and then the other one not come. I think you gotta go for the first
Well,
one.
not come, or they get wind, well, they just turned one down. And we're not gonna give it to them.
Well, if we knew 100% the JAG was coming, it was $0.
Yeah, it would be
I think
different.
It'd be a slam dunk. If we're saying we don't even know if it's gonna be there,
My other thought is you
Burden.
let her fly by and we wait on the JAG. And maybe the JAG's next year. So maybe the
Well,
third guy
it
comes
says
next
it's
year.
supposed to open up soon.
That would be the option. We don't go for the federal one and we
Well,
just say, well, we're gonna shoot for the Jag. Live it, love it, or hate it. It may not be this year, it may be next year. I mean, that could be an option. And I'm fine with that too. Because we're still in the end game getting where we need to be. It's just delayed or.
My vote is whatever you want. If you want us to go for it this week, just so we have her. I'm
Lynn,
for it.
what are you thinking?
I'm good with going for it.
So what do you want to do, Joey? Well, we're not going to hold you to that. We're not going to say it's your fault.
No, we're being supportive of your vision of your department. That's all I'm saying. If you want us not to, maybe
My
that's an
vision
opportunity.
is 3 guys, but I mean, I had it as a 3-year. When I came in and interviewed with you guys, I had a 3-year plan. And we're a year and a half in, and I've got, if we got a third guy, I'm there in a year. In 2 years we did it in a 3-year plan. Thanks to everybody here. So, technically, to reach my goal, we still have a whole nother year.
Well, do we wait it out a year and not apply for the COPS grant this year, and then
We can have that. We could still apply for the JAG if it comes.
Yeah,
out
if it
this
comes
year. That's
out.
what I'm saying. I mean, that helps you guys, right?
If we need help, we don't know what we need. We're going into another blind year
Yeah.
budgeting. That's why I say
And we
regardless,
might-
budget.
I'm not a gambler. That's the problem. You guys are putting that on me.
Well, no.
I mean, like we're talking roll of dice, and like I'm not. I'm a like when you all say gas and all. That's why I pay attention. Like I'm not a gambler. I don't go because I lose, and I don't like gambling. So
I'm a
I
bird
don't
hand
like
guy.
rolling the dice.
I'm a bird in hand versus two in the bush. I'm with you.
So, me personally, if it was my decision and my decision alone, I say we wait on the JAG. But what do I think is best for the police department in the town is to get one as soon as we can, which is contradicting of what.
Absolutely. We just gotta make a draw line and make a choice.
Well,
Regardless, we budget.
we're going to budget for it either way, but we don't have the money. The bottom line is, if we get the grant right now, we don't have the money to pay it.
no?
Then we can't do it. It's pretty simple.
I'm fine with that. We'll wait on the JAG. We'll try to get the JAG.
I want it. We all want it just as bad. Hell, if we could hire 2 or 3 today, we would. But
Yeah. I just think it would look better if we waited a year and then reapplied for it. Then we might know more. It may not be such a shot in the dark in regards
And
to the
I'm going to
budget.
say this: if it's meant to be, the JAG will come open
Yeah.
first. I just got goosebumps. If the man bub wants it to happen, the JAG will come open in 3 weeks or a month.
And JAG is 100%, so we don't
Right.
have to do any kind of match. So
No match, but we still have overhead costs.
yeah, a little
yeah,
bit over
but
here.
I mean, we
Most of that's already
can that amount
But the
of
16,
budget is
it's
fine.
16's out of it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
16,000.
12,
12,500.
yeah.
Okay,
Both
yeah.
sides out.
Yeah,
I-
4,000
I
max.
feel more comfortable with that for what's involved.
for what we have.
Not as a police chief trying to fight for an officer, but as the town and what we are all here for to make the best decisions for the town.
Okay.
And I hate to say it, but again, if it's meant to be, it'll open up here.
All right. Well, I will add additional expenses for an officer, like clothing and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That amount, and we'll throw it in at around the $4,000.
Which we did. We didn't mention that we did that Patrick bulletproof vest federal
Lehigh,
grant.
well, Leahy. I don't know if that's
And
how
we
you
were
say it.
awarded 1849, 1875, something like that. But it's certain vests you have to get, and we have until 2029 to use that
Yeah,
money.
and we'll just do that on if the.
New guy, but we'll make sure we get the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, let me see where else. I know I've had an hour. Quit looking at your watch.
I'm all right.
Let's see here. We already looked at that one. Let's see what this one is. Oh, that one's gasoline. We've already talked about that. I'm just looking at the ones that are over. So one thing that this one's always one that we have to look at. We're not over budget on this one, but it's just always one because we budgeted 20,000, but this is what our expenses are running for Frost Brown Todd.
So didn't you say that you talked to another clerk up there and they do a flat rate?
Yes, I did talk to another clerk up there. I think she's
Because
Brownstown or Brownsburg is who I spoke to.
Okay.
So what are we at on the total we spent this year?
We have spent $13,840.75.
Out of 20,000. So
Out of
we're
20,000.
we're over budget.
No, we're under budget.
No,
We
we
have
We're tracking over.
yes, we're tracking over, but we have.
What you're saying, yeah.
But we also spent $2,000 on advisors for the annexation.
Yeah.
That was not,
Mm.
that's not Frost Brown Todd. So
I have an issue with Frost Brown Todd since we're all together. Because they represent the trail and us. I don't know. Is this a good thing?
Well, they've got everybody they're representing, so. I think that they would manage that. Just like they did for us with the Tourism Bureau. We had to hire somebody else to do the work on our behalf. They'll manage the conflict for us, but
But let's say we have to at some point do something against the trail.
You could use me.
Huh?
I said you could even use the police department.
Well, I'm saying because they also represent the trail.
That's what I'm saying. You could use the police department. Like basically, they're gonna. If the legal guy says I can't do it, and they're their legal guy too, that's a conflict of interest. I'm just saying you could use that. I don't know how you win that battle.
I don't know. It's just something to think about. I can't get him to even comment on nothing. Of course, he shouldn't.
No, he can't. I mean, I don't see how
he
you
can. He can
I get that, but it's aggravating to me because of the issues we've had and will continue to have as long as they're representing the trail.
Yeah, our contract runs the rest of the year with them, but like you said, if that's something you wanna change. I know that, what's their names? They had wanted to be our attorneys before we.
Who's
changed
this?
it. Greg,
Pfeiffer?
no, Lord Cheneville.
Are they out of Floyd County?
New Albany.
Yeah.
Greg Rieger.
Yeah. So I think-
I just wondering if we should shop around just a little bit, maybe even compare rates, I don't know. Nothing against, I just don't like this, I don't like them doing it represent the water company too. But the water company don't have a conflict with the trail people either.
Well, and I guess it's like anything else. You go to another company, and then now you got them representing something else. So I mean, I don't know. That's probably a revolving door.
Okay, just throwing it out there.
I don't even know why I'm even
Well,
calling.
if
I'm
anything,
sorry. Everybody tell me to shut up and worry about the police department.
Negotiate the rate.
Did you read?
A
Do we
rate is
know
something.
what the new
I mean, you
guy's
call
gonna
down there and talk to,
cost?
what's his name, and it's, how much every time?
It's
What's he charge for a phone call?
$45 for just
A
a phone call
text.
or a text.
Yeah,
A text?
A
it says
text.
$45.
you kidding?
No.
No.
I mean,
No.
That's why I don't know. I always ask them
Less
stuff at the
overhead,
meeting.
so they would go get cheaper. They're not Frost Brown Todd.
Gibbons, it's now
Gibbons now.
Gibbons, yeah.
would you all have any objection of looking into it? I don't have nothing against it.
I was wanting to shop that when we first started.
Okay.
It was a slam dunk because Frost Brown Todd was representing everything we needed to. And I'm like, hey, let's even have a conversation. But at that time, the group collectively was, no, Frost Brown Todd needs to be our people because of the things we got going on. So, but I'm all for shopping.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we shop, but do we want to keep the
You keep that.
27 budget at 20?
Oh,
Or just raise it the amount that we're going to raise all the other ones?
I'd bump it the cost of living, inflation rate,
Okay.
whatever.
25.
Okay.
25's gotta be a good number.
Yep.
Here I am calling. Guys, just tell me to shut up more about the police
You're
department.
fine. You're
No,
fine.
we want you in on this too.
Come on, Andy, we need you in the conversation.
I hear you.
I think this one's printing. Oh no, this is postage. Well, I mean, we hardly. I buy usually 3 rolls of stamps a year, and they just went to $82 a roll. So,
That's ridiculous.
But
Terrible
we-
service.
I know. Don't get us started on that.
Yeah.
But we are paying as many people online that we can, so that we're not mailing stuff out.
Good.
So, I think we're fine at our $300 budget there. Let's see what this one. Oh, this one's insurance, and I haven't heard from Jerry if we were going to have anything that may go up or not.
It will go up. I'm gonna tell you. that.
So
It's probably gonna go up around anywhere from 8 to 11%.
Because we'll have the restrooms at the park then.
all right, so
And insurance is going up.
we'll just add 11% to that for next time.
I'd get that number from Jerry.
I
Last year,
will.
he gave us a budgetary number and he told
Yeah.
whatever
I'll
it
reach
was.
out to
It
him.
may be 15%, would be high. But like you said, whatever it is, we need to add for the extra asset
Mm-hmm.
coverage as well as the inflationary costs.
And what's it? What? 250,000? Is that what it's cost us to get them bill? Was so at least that much.
Yeah.
This one, oh, hydrant rental. I mean, this is a pretty static cost. We pay $1 or we pay a fee per hydrant. So it's to the
Can you
water
get
plant.
that cost to come down?
No.
No, they just keep increasing costs. Our
The
sewer's the only thing that doesn't increase around here.
yeah, we got to increase our sewer rate. That line over on Martin Street that's dead. The hydrant has been. They're aware of that. As soon as the school gets done with their project, they're going to make that an 8-inch line instead of a 4-inch, and put a regular hydrant in.
So support the school.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Oh, this is our promotional fund. Buckboard didn't bill us for our end of party until this year. That's why that's in here. So they didn't bill us in 25. They billed us in 26. So, and then those are our gift cards that we bought for the winners of those are the 2 expenses that are in there.
What is this?
This is our promotional. This
Do
is
we have
where.
money in there to put an ad in the thing for school again, like we did with the handout?
Yeah, but we never got any kind of bill or anything from the school to do that. I know they asked, but then they never did anything.
They didn't do it for the friends either. Toby just went. I said,
Well, we
okay.
still got to put it in there.
So, but yes, we do still have some money
Okay.
left in there.
Well, this year they, with the,
They may really need it this year.
they will probably need it
Yeah.
this year. Last year they
Be
probably,
different.
from the, festival, probably had a little
Yeah.
bit extra money, but.
Yeah.
That's retirement. That's all. Let's see.
Oh yeah, Brian made that comment in our meeting, we still haven't got paid for softball. Is that right?
No, we've gotten our money for, no, not from the school. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
from
We
the
got it from the
school.
youth league. We have not
And I
gotten it
talked
from
to
the
Myra
school.
and she said that she was gonna talk to Dr. Comer when he got back.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
gotten
She
it
said
from
it was
the youth league.
approved at their meeting in June, like he said.
Yeah, we have not gotten it.
It
But
has
she
been
didn't
approved.
know
We
because
just don't
they got a
check.
new treasurer, and so she said that she took over July 1st, and so then that lady probably didn't know that didn't get paid, so.
That's the second one they've had in about a year.
We could use that money to go buy some cabinets.
These are just all sewer ones. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this is because we had a $2,500 budget, but we had to pay the $3,000 for the playground, the installation of the panels on the playground. So I'll be moving money around to cover that. But like I said, I want for the first 6 months, I like to put it where it should actually go, so then we know what we need to look at for the next amount. So
You really think of talking about that? Did you guys consider, instead of putting the lower cabinets back in, just put stainless steel tables with the lower shelf?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
you
given
never-
that some thought, but boy, you're talking a major expense.
I don't know, I mean,
What if we see if the Census Bureau has any?
They got some cafeteria stuff. I don't know, wait. But we do need to get something going on it.
because I've been seeing some stuff at some of these restaurant sales and stuff, and that stuff is selling cheap.
Oh, the used stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was thinking that would give you extra storage, but if something happens, you don't have to be tearing out anything, and clearing it, coming out, hosing it off, and putting it back in, be done.
Yeah, it would be fine, as long as it had a top and a shelf.
Yeah, most of them have that lower shelf.
It wouldn't even have to have cabinets under there at all.
It's thought, just,
No, that'd be great, because then if it does flood again, we'll hose it off and put it back. Good idea. Go get that for us.
okay. Well, I was looking at like you said, the auction stuff, because the barbecue place up in Sellersburg had a big old bunch of stuff for auction. But I didn't. Nothing looked like anything that we would need down
rubbing
here.
butts.
Yeah, rubbing butts.
Our biggest thing is the prep area.
Which that's a great prep area, it's easy to
Right,
clean, it's
right.
sanitized.
Okay, would you guys like to look at any of these other ones? We've hit the high ones.
Well, what about hitting the low ones?
Well, which low one would you like to hit at?
So we're
Start at the
just gonna-
lowest.
We gonna increase just salaries maybe by 5% again, just to count
Yeah,
those.
salaries, and then obviously with salaries also the retirement, social security, all those will increase as well. And then
Cost of living's not supposed to be that much, it's projected, but, you know, if we do 5 and we don't use it or we don't get it, then that's something, just a thought.
and then we're gonna decrease the town repair and maintenance to 3,000, but we're going to add stormwater for 10.
Right.
We're gonna increase legal fees to 25, and we're gonna add 11% more to our current budget, 45,000 for insurance. And the other ones are just gonna go up for like the cost of living, so about 5%.
Well, I would, like Steve mentioned, I would give Jerry a call.
Yeah, I will.
And
I
see
will.
if he can say, 11's good, but,
Okay,
or, no,
yeah,
you need 15
I
this
will.
year.
I will definitely do that. But just for this meeting,
Okay,
we can say 11. But I will reach out to him and see. So. And we know that our fees for 911 next year are going to be $8,400. We're currently getting $9,041 for lit every month from the county. We don't know if that's going to continue. And then we get roughly $3,000 from the state, which, by the way, we did just get a backlog of some state money with the gas holiday that we've had for the last 2 months.
oh yeah,
They gave us money out of their reserves, so that was, I think it was $1,600. So for 2 months, so not too bad. So, and then our current property taxes, which you guys can see on there, was $140,000. Which the June disbursement is more. We get more money in June than we do in December. Not a ton difference, but a little bit different. So, but those are the big ones.
With all the sewer operations things, from a budget standpoint, if we can ever get to pulling up our revenues, that'd be helpful for that.
So we bill out about 21,000 every single month. Let's see. You should be able to see sewer revenues on here because they post. Hold on. have sewer revenue, 115,421. It's on page number 16.
16,000.
Yeah, it's in the kind of in the middle.
Where do we stand on any arrears or liens or anything?
We just got with our June disbursement. We just got $6,800 for our liens from the county, and since we're all here, I talked to a vendor up at Clerk Treasurer School last year, but I didn't feel like we were quite ready for it yet. But it's a Trex program, and it's a program where we can, I feel like this could be like one step before we lien the properties. Like, we do this, and then if Trex isn't able to collect the money, then we lien.
Was that a third party or something?
It's a third party. All fees are billed to the person. Basically, what happens is the money is attached to their tax refunds or any kind of money that they're going to be getting from the state. And we send who we want them to go after. If they get a match, then there's a $3 fee, whether we can pay for it if we want to send them out. We don't have to pay the $3 fee if we want to send out the letters, or we can pay $3, have them send out the letters. They basically get a 30-day warning. Hey, we're going to be taking your tax refund if you do not come in and pay
Income
your
tax.
sewer. Yes, income tax
Oh, that would
refund.
get people's attention.
If you don't come in and pay,
Would
they
that
have a
work for-
30-day
Does that
window.
work for ordinances too?
It does work for
Oh.
ordinances too, which is
Oh,
yes, which
I
is
knew
one
you'd
of the
get
things that I
Oh,
specifically
yeah.
asked.
Go ahead and get that third guy.
I'm gonna start seeing a lot more yards, I'm gonna see a lot more yards getting cut.
But basically what it is they get a warning letter, and they come in, they have 30 days to pay it before
I
they
like
attach
that.
to those.
That's a good tool.
And
So how do they get their money?
They get the money probably when they.
so what happens is Indiana Department of Revenue sends that money to Trex, and then Trex forwards it. So we would be opening
get a
an account with Trust Indiana, but all of the fees get paid by the person that we are collecting on. And then, like, if they owe us, let's say they owe us $5,000 for a sewer bill, and their income tax returns only $3,000, then next year we get the $2,000. You know, so it's once they match.
So it's gonna really get their attention, because a lot of these people really count on that.
Well, yeah, they do.
But they'll get a letter,
I
and then
get
they
you.
get 30 days to come in and pay it without any kind of fees. 30 days to come in and pay it in full. Then we say, hey, we got so and so's payment. Take them off, and then they release it with the Indiana Department of Revenue. But otherwise, we get our money that way. And then if they can't make a match, so they want the file like the middle part of November, so that they can attach to the first part of the year tax refunds. And then if they can't get a match by like the middle part of the year, then we can remove them from Trex and then do the lien process. Because at that point, most people have already gotten their taxes and their tax refund, unless they're me and they wait and file an extension and do it in October. But most people do it at the beginning part of the year.
Now, if I,
Yeah, 'cause they want the refund.
Yeah.
what about if I owe them money? Will they pay some of it?
I don't think it works that
Oh,
way.
okay.
But they will get a letter, and the letter is $3 if they send it out, or it's free. Well, 82 cents if we send it out, because that's the cost of a
Save
stamp.
$2.
Yeah.
I wouldn't save it for that.
We send out the letter. They have 30 days to come in and pay it, and then if they come in and pay it, then no harm, no foul. They're good to go. If they don't come in and pay it, bye refund,
I like the sound
or
of it.
their refund is drastically cut.
So what do you gotta do to sign us up?
So we have to open up a Trust Indiana account. We don't have to have any money in that account. That's just the money that's going to be, the indoor's just going to transfer it into there, and then we just transfer it into our bank. Or we can leave it out there and let it draw interest, because Trust Indiana has a pretty
You
high.
need to send those in there then on your desk.
I already did.
Okay, good. See.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was something, I got a lot more information on it when I was up at Clerk Treasurer School this past.
So you feel
Like 2
pretty good
weeks.
about it?
I do. I bent that lady's ear.
Well, I tell you what.
She
some
had
of
to
these
sit
people,
down.
They'll be like, "Oh no, you're not taking my
Yeah.
tax check."
Oh yeah.
But
we
that's
are.
yeah. But I feel like that's a good stepping stone before we go to the lien process. Like, this is like, okay, your last chance, and then otherwise you're getting a lien. And
Well-
we can do ordinance violations, where we can't really do a
that.
whole lot of ordinance violations with liens. With liens.
I like
so.
that a lot, the ordinance violations
So,
as well.
and it's simple. I've talked to a lot of different people. It's just a matter of filling out, and the Trust Indiana account would be tied to our sewer bank account because the money would come in for the sewer and we would just transfer it back and forth as needed. So,
Okay,
but
can we start that immediately?
yeah,
Y'all wanna do that? We need to vote on that?
Probably
So-
have to put something at the.
Can we do that
meeting.
today?
I mean,
We're not spending no money.
we're
are we?
not spending a single solitary cent.
Yeah, sure.
Nope.
Then you can vote on it.
So we're not spending a single
Since you're not
solitary
spending
cent.
money, you just want her to go forward with it.
I make the
But-
motion, we do that.
I second it.
Motion made and seconded,
Yeah.
all in favor?
Yeah, we'll start the process, and I don't even have to alert people that we're doing this. Like I double checked all of
They've
that.
been alerted.
I know, but they don't
Yeah.
have to get a letter saying, okay, now we're moving forward with
Well,
Trex.
and I think it'd be scary getting a letter from this company than getting something from us.
Yeah.
And
Well-
I mean, the thing about it is the paperwork that I give them every time explains to them that there can be liens
Yep.
and all kinds,
Yep.
so I mean.
So I talked in great depth. I talked to a lot of people up there, and they all, you need to do Trex, you need to do Trex. Okay, well, we weren't. I wanted to do it, but I didn't feel like we were just quite ready. But this time, I think let's get it.
Do we need a better process and when we apply this?
Well, we'll need to apply it by is that Nash coming in?
And
Okay.
another guy.
We'll need to, I would say we would submit our Trex documents by the end of October. Because that way it gives them plenty of time to get them in the system, especially our first
And it
round.
gets our grass cut.
Because it's new, and we would be new, and they have to go out and try to match up to the people's returns. That's what they do, and then that's where their fees are incurred.
But what I'm saying is, are we gonna wait once a year and do this, then is what you're saying?
No, I don't think we can do it as many times a
That's
year
what I'm
that
saying.
we want.
Then what I'm saying is, how many ordinance till we do something?
Well,
Till
now
we
we can
initiate
with Trex has to have at least a minimum of $30, which isn't an issue with ordinance violations. So, but there has to be a minimum of $30 to be able to submit
What
it.
do we have now in place for liens? What's our minimum before we lien somebody?
Well, we give them a lot of opportunities before
I
we
know.
actually get to
That's
the
what I'm
lien
asking,
process.
should we get a clear process, not just give them a lot of time?
Yes,
We say
we
after
can-
so many months a lien will be placed and they'll go Trex. After so many times with an ordinance violation
Yes.
not paid, we will forward.
And
with Trex.
we can lay something out in an actual ordinance if we want to,
You
since
wanna
we're
see how
gonna.
other places
Yeah,
are
I can
doing it?
find that out.
So
Yeah.
we're all, that way if we get taken to court, we can say we're doing it like every other town.
Yeah,
in the
yeah, I can totally do that and have that for the August meeting.
We,
So,
I usually write them once a week. I know it says we can write them daily, but I feel like that's fair enough. You've got 7 days to cut your grass, and if you don't cut it in 7 days, you get another one. And if you don't cut it, so that's what I've been doing is weekly. So if you go like a $500 thing, that's 5 weeks basically. Somebody that is a
Yeah, I like
Well,
it.
I mean, it has to be some administration to where if we go through all this process, you wrote
That's
down
what I'm saying.
$100 a day, and they don't pay it in six weeks. Or
that's
4
what I'm
weeks
saying.
or
5
whatever.
weeks, 6,
Yeah.
whatever it is. That's
Yeah.
I agree.
Then boom,
we
we're
can
at
make a
the
decision
initiative.
on what our ordinance violation amounts would be, and we can even send a letter halfway through that point. Like if we're gonna say 500 is the threshold, then $200 or $300 we can send them a letter and be like, hey, you're on the verge of being turned over, which we don't have to alert them of that.
I don't know if I would.
You know the one in Tennessee.
They're alerted when they get the thing.
Somebody needs to make a decision. Do we need to have Todd and them cut that thing? Because I mean,
Yeah, and then tacking on to 'em.
We got. I
It's an
thought we
eyesore
were- We
again.
had made decisions.
Okay.
We were going to write them every opportunity we get.
I am. I'm writing them every week.
And we're going to cut it.
But
and
but
keep
if we
knocked
cut it,
down.
that's that much more money.
It
Then
has to be added and invoiced somehow from the town.
I would say we need to do it. I don't know. Somebody cut it for us at the beginning of the year.
I know, yeah.
So we don't know who did it.
No, I assume Roy Hauser
Steve Hauser.
or Steve. There you go. Yeah, I assume maybe he did it because he cuts her yard. But
Maybe.
I don't know.
And he tends that guard.
Okay,
But the very beginning, but it has no
Good idea.
any sense.
carry on.
Well, I feel like this was a good stepping stone before we initiated liens. Because liens are just, I mean, they're great, you know, and that can be like, you know,
And it takes
the
so
raw
long
dog.
to
It takes
get.
so long to get the money. It takes, you know, and I mean, we still may have a little bit of time, but once they match, if they're, because I mean, a lot of our people are habitual people. So once they match, you know, once they get to that point, we send it right over there.
And I think maybe I talked to him after 95% of the people I deal with will take
It's the
care of it. It's the 5%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. So, but this is just
Usually
another
a
tool in
warning
our
is
belt
enough, and
with
they-
getting our monies. So, but this could just be like, we're not gonna quite sick the bear on you. This is just the guard dog, you know.
Yeah,
I'll-
well,
I'll-
people
Bears
don't like
come
you
in,
touching their
no.
cash check.
I like
That's
it.
what
To
we're
me,
doing.
that'll get their attention quicker than anything.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna attach right onto it.
You ain't gonna get my tax check, because I don't ever get one.
I was trying to say,
I pay.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
I get one.
I pay quarterly.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions for me?
So I can don't have to pay my sewer bill, I ain't got nothing to worry about.
I will get you. I'll just hold your
Sounds
every
great.
6 months payment. You just won't get that.
So I guess a logical step to that point, at what point does then Trex disconnect and we go to liens? Then there's gotta be a timing on that, you said.
Yeah, so we'll kind of see how it goes, but I told, when I was talking to her up there, usually they have matched everybody by mid-summer, early fall, and if there's no match or no money coming in, we have plenty of time to get a lien placed, you know, get the lien paperwork out, and then get a lien placed for the fall lien,
Okay.
you know, thing. Because that was one of the questions that I asked her.
And
So-
are we able to get, if we enact this now, the stuff that's still on our books that we haven't done anything with? I'm assuming
We
there's some.
we can send that to Trex as first rounds, and then we can, you know, go through the lien process after
Okay,
that if they
okay.
don't match up.
Buy some stamps, get them out.
I meant to
Well,
buy
I
a
pay them
roll.
$3 and never touch it.
Yeah, I'm just kidding
That's
about
what I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah,
It ain't worth it.
Yeah, it's true, exactly.
yeah, let them
It's-
do it.
Well, and I mean,
Get
it's
$100
only-
a pop.
It's not going to be an astronomical, because you're only going to pay the $3 if they match to somebody. So if they can't match, we're not out any fees. But if they match, then they get a letter, and the letter's $3, you know, for them to send it out. And then you know, we get a portal, so then we go in and we can see the letter, you know, what they sent and all of that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
One thing we have talked about is fire department. Talked to Reenie, and basically there's been nothing done because they're trying to figure out all that she's getting from fire department is, well, we need a budget, and we don't know how to do it. So we're just gonna keep paying money
For nothing.
for nothing.
Tri-Township's wanting to take it over.
And you know, my thing is, we got $32,000 again that we budget for again for next year, but, and she said she's gonna try to work with Ruben to try to help them get a budget, so they can try to get that done this year, but again, that'll help us for 27. It'll help it for 28 if they get it done, but still $32,000, which we realize we can do something with, and if they can stand on their own 2 feet with their district, correct?
well, do we just want to keep it as what it is now? And
I
then,
wouldn't give them a penny more.
Well, last year I asked them for a budget, they never
I know.
submitted, but we kept. the
I know.
funds
That's
the same.
been my deal for 15 years.
And I don't understand that, because they know what they spend, and then they can project what they need, and they can come up with something.
They're
I mean,
not,
I'd be willing to sit with, and I even told Brian then, I'm willing to sit down with you, I'll help you. If you want, I'll sit down with you and Rainey, and I'll help you guys just push this together. I mean,
they
just a
really,
little logic and common sense will drag it together.
there's nobody making runs.
Oh, it's sad.
It's real sad.
Well, I just worry, I'll be honest, I worry, you know, what the town's paying, the township's paying into that department,
And nothing's
what the
happening.
coverages we are really getting. And the fact that they can't see that the district is gonna be such a benefit to them, to actually make them a fire department.
Well, what's gonna happen if they don't? Somebody else is gonna come in and take it over.
Exactly.
The state will make that happen.
Well, the residents may be screaming at us and Randy to make it happen too. So, So that'll be something we have, so I really think that we can't take our eye off that and try to make sure we're pressing them, because it would be beneficial for the town for 2028 and forward if we can push them to do the right thing.
Well, then that would free up, like you said, a good pot of money for our other officer and other things.
Think about that. That's a perfect way to look at it.
That's 2 officers.
It's almost 3.
Well, I mean, Joey and them assist them all the time.
I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but
No, but that's just a
they've
fact.
got me on their little thing, and I mean,
Whenever they have a first responder run, if our guys are on, they go.
yeah, I go, and then a lot of times, you know,
It's
they're,
great to be
a lot of
supported.
times,
It is.
a lot
It's
of
great.
times I cancel them, so I actually save them runs. I mean, technically, I'm kind of a volunteer firefighter at times.
Which is,
That
it's a
makes
good
sense.
thing. We're lucky we can do that. But
But-
it aggravates me that none of them on the fire department take enough interest to want to get it done. But they'll come down here and argue and carry on and raise hell because we because we didn't give them quite as much money as we did last.
Let
Well, what are we
one-
giving
let
it to
one
them
of
for?
their houses catch on fire and see.
I
how quick
agree
they
with you.
run.
I agree with you.
They won't get there.
They won't. Your house will burn right now. I have no
That's what
confidence
I'm
at all.
afraid of.
One of
Yeah.
ours catch on fire, they probably won't know it.
If they, just leave me alone. They won't even wave at me going down the driveway. Hell, I don't know they ain't gonna put my house out.
Oh, that's why I retract that.
Hey, I'll grab the water hose for you guys. I'll try.
No, it's a shame. It really is. We got all this equipment, 2 firehouses. There's no interest on the hill. There was no interest up there to help be a volunteer. There's just nothing.
And they've got money in their account.
Yeah.
Plenty of money.
Rennie's got plenty of money.
So they have every bit of resource, but they don't do anything with what they got. But yet we keep rolling money into it and rolling it over into it. And I don't know.
We're damned if we do and damned if we don't. We could
Are
be
we
using this.
required to give them money?
No,
Then what
There-
the hell
it's
are we
a-
giving them all that money for?
it's a contract we have with them to protect the town. We can get a contract with Sellersburg if we want to.
Well, if they're not protecting the town, then I say we don't give
Well,
them any money.
The deal is, if we do this, so we're not gonna give them no money, we're all the bad guys. We'll get run out of town on.
I'll be honest with you though, what saves them every time is a truck from somewhere else. Just like
Exactly.
the one on Miller. If the other truck wouldn't have showed up, then we wouldn't have that problem right now.
That would've burnt.
You get what, but that they showed up. You get what, like.
Right, I
Here's
know,
focus.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. They saved them.
but I don't know what to say. I'm not against the fire
Years
department at
ago,
all.
When I was on the fire department, we rarely relied on mutual aid. Rarely.
We had agreements with everybody except Sellersburg, cause I threw a fit. I said, I don't want them son of a bitches putting my house out if it's on fire.
Mark Ball.
But yeah, but back then we had, you better shut that off. We had quite a bit of, we had several firemen.
What are we shutting?
You need
We're
to
gonna
adjourn the meeting
videotape
then.
them.
Yeah, if we're done.
Are we done?
Yeah.
6 o'clock.
Faith, are you done with your meeting?
Do you guys need anything else from me? You have any other questions?
No, I make a motion that we adjourn our budget meeting.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion made.